Now then, we're looking for the homage to the Great Western. Where else does that stop? I know it's quite a significant line. This is not one of its stops. Okay, so show me one that is. We could just look the route up, though, couldn't we? That would be a move. Right. There's the Fruity Loop, making money, printing cash. Homage to the Great Western at the moment is losing money, but given that goodness me, it goes everywhere. It's got a 7-minute turnaround. I suspect that might actually pick up if I put another train on there, you know. Let's find one and see if it's doing anything weird. You're waiting for a free path. You are waiting for a free path, and you appear to be on the wrong side of the track. This one's waiting for a free path, and this one's waiting for a free path. Friends, it's broken. Let's go. Right. Alright, this looks like it's part of the action. What do we got going on here then? Right, you're trying to go up the track that way, which is wrong. Just letting you know. See, look, the signal tells you that. And here we can see exactly what's gone wrong. Is it's hit the station and it's been too ruddy long to get out on the points. That's an easy fix. However, it has wrecked everything. So once again, we shall apply our cheeky junction from nowhere. Basically, we call out a bunch of lads in a pickup truck. Go and stick a bit of extra track in, would you? There you go. But miraculously, that also made the train jump tracks. I'm not sure that's. Oh, twinkly noise from Stephen Knapp. Thanks, Stephen. Again, not really sure what that means. I'll look it up afterwards. But thank you anyway. Twinkly noises are very welcome. They're subscribing. They're not able to subscribe because I'm not partnered. Not that I'm aware of. If I am able to have subscribers, then thank you very much. I don't stream very often, but that's very welcome. Anyway, I'll look it up. I'll find out what's going on there. But meanwhile, I want to fix this station. There we go, and that one. Right, here we go. I've had some subscribers. Well, that seems a bit odd because I'm not even an affiliate, and I'm deliberately not an affiliate because I don't stream very often. But I will investigate in due course and see exactly what's going on there. And maybe it's some Amazon-y thing. Anyway, hey, in which case I really like the old twinkly noise. The twinkly noise is especially marvellous of you. Right, now, have I left enough room here for this to work? Or am I simply relaying it in more or less exactly the same place? I think I'm a bit further up, but I don't want to take any chances, so I'll make it a lot further up. After all, it is a single track, so we might as well do something like that. There we go. Let's have a look. Go on, keep going. Don't try and do anything clever. There you go. That'll do nicely. Right, and then we stick a signal on, and everybody's happy, and we're back home for tea and crumpets. Right, okay, let's unpause. There you go. No path electric. Shouldn't matter, given that... oh, you are electric. Ooh, some of this might not be electrified. I'm pretty sure it all is. But I'm pretty sure it all is. Right, that's obviously going to work. I'm going to whiz this again, just to make sure that that our Russian chum can get it done. And then we'll go and see if anybody else is still broken, because you know that's obviously a thing. You know, we'll see in a moment. Right, okay. Well, the West Valley is still doing the business. The homage of the 20th century's got stuff waiting. Where's the train? No, that's another Mirage. That's not what we were waiting for. I will. Actually, these are the electrics, so that's clearly working. Let's look up the route again. And vehicles. Anybody broken at the moment? You're waiting for a free path. Ah, and you are waiting for a free path. You're rolling. Good. This one also rolling. That's good. Where are you? Train 9. Causer of trouble. Oh, don't be underground. Alright, where's this one? Well, you're facing the right way. You're waiting for someone to do something. This guy's heading to Altdorf. Now, there isn't a turnaround at Altdorf. It's a straight line. So, maybe he just ended up pointed the wrong way. No, now he's pointed the wrong way. Now he's waiting for a free path. Alright, let's investigate. Oh, really? You're just coming off you're coming off the terminal in the underground, and I can't fix that. Well, I can fix it. The only way to fix it, though, is with a bulldozer. So there we go. It's in here, and it's broken. Well, the Russian trains were a glorious dream made real, and we're now going to switch them up. More's the shame. I mean, we could go with one less carriage on there. I mean, change the coaches on the train. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, let's do that and see if that fixes it. You turn the hell around, or don't. Okay, right. Well, give me the other trains. There's not much I can. There's not a whole lot I can do about this, you know. I need you to go back into the station. Right? I mean, it's... Here you are in the station. Good. Now, I need you to turn around again when you come out. Okay? Turn around. Every now and then you get a little bit such and such. I didn't know the lyrics. If I knew all the lyrics there, that would have been a brilliant joke. Don't know the lyrics. Not a brilliant joke. Okay, right. We'll get the lads in the pickup out. To come and slap in a bit of extra track here to unscrew this one. You can do... No. And this is why we don't use one-way signals. Whereas among the reasons is that I break stuff on such a regular basis. And actually, whoa, no, whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it. You have to wait for Jimmy McBurkface to get himself out of the tunnel first. Or should that be Vladimir McBurkface? Comrade, Vladimir McBurkface has to come out of the tunnel. Train 9's broken. Train 59's broken. This is train 59. Where's train 9? Obviously. What's your problem? Show me. Oh, come on. I want to... Take the new branch that I just built for you. That's what it's there for. Very good. Vladimir McBurkfakov. Yes, that will do. Right, now then. Given that it wants to come up this way, if we stick a signal on here, around about there, right, that should be enough. Given that he's going to have a red signal now, it should be enough to let the other train out of the tunnel. I'm hoping. Let's just sit here and wonder if this is going to if this is going to work or not. Where are we? Where is it? Train 9. Where are you, you ruddy troublemaker? No, you're 59's fine. Where's train 9? There you go. Waiting for a free path. You've got... I just built you your own special path. There we go. You needed the flick around, as trains invariably do. Okay, right. That's going to unscrew. The question we have is whether that shortened the train enough for it to now work. So we're going to sit on here and see what happens. Thanks for sitting in on the session there, Playmoto, and for your rather excellent moditorial skills. You've programmed Nightbot with all kinds of nonsense, and it is much appreciated. Have a pleasant evening. Right, okay, so all being well, when we get to Erstfeld, we are now in a position where we'll flip round and go the right way. But again, this is not a very long platform, so we might still be too long. Let's find out. Now, I mean, that new spur that I built up at the other end, it will mean that trains can continue to run. It will just be incredibly inefficient. Anyway, we're loading up, and that's a start, as we look at the upside down. And we're off. And, well, it's not fixed, but it works-ish. As long as there's no signals in the tunnel, which there aren't, that's okay. Yeah, okay, that's less than ideal, but it is still operational because I want to go. I mean, I'm going to be around for about the next 45 minutes, and in that time, I want to do a couple more things. So I'm going to skip on because that's operating, even though it's not quite. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to move on. It's working. It is no longer hosed. Make it shorter still. Make it shorter still. I don't want to. I mean, those are the highest capacity coaches we've got on there. I'm going to leave it with the 9. That hopefully the spacing of trains will actually make that work. Meanwhile, sure as eggs is eggs, there's another train of a Russian variety that is stopped, but it is now moving again, so that's good. Right, onto new things. The new thing in question is we also have to change up the Class 37 that we're running on the Lakeside Traveller, and possibly add another one on there. Now then, replace the Looper. Yes, let's go do that. That'll be quick. I want to replace the Lakeside Traveller as well, but let's do the Looper because that'll be quick. The Looper, or is it just Looper? Well, based on this current list, it's none of those things. Oh, those are the routes you can see. You fool. Right. Looper. Here we go. Right, so we're running 101s on there at the moment. It's only losing $1 million a year. Let's head out there. We've got plenty of trains on there, which is good. Actually, this is full. That's not bad. It's just that it's taking so long to get there that it doesn't ever make any money. Let's go right alongside. Now then, I think we saw a couple of French chaps who might be up for the task of replacing these rather aged Class 101s. They're 21 years old, so that in itself is a good reason to change them up. Add ludicrous speed trains to the Looper. It's not worth it, Hayes, because the corners in the Looper are so tight that it's not gonna pay off. But what we could do is we could quite easily run a bunch of these X73500s, as you know, and that would work, especially since they're diesel. So we're going to do that immediately. Now the cost isn't a factor. We could even slap the two of them together and have an international approach. But I think what I'd rather do would be run more of them so that we could reduce the turnaround time. All right, good. They're relatively cheap too, so you know I'm pretty excited. Let's do it. Yep, it's going to cost me £7 million, worth every penny. Let's go. We'll go ride the first one that comes out, and we'll go bang the alternate model on from a depot somewhere. If I can find a depot anywhere on the Looper, I think there's one at Erolo. But I can't remember for sure. The Looper is such a big flipping route that it's rather easy to get yourself tied up a bit. There you go. There's one right now. Right, I'm going to buy another 4 of these. No, what the heck? I'm spending everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I want, and then I'm going to set all of those onto the looper. And then the looper should be right busy. Alright, here we go. Let's have a look. Let's embrace the sights and the sounds of this brand new train. As soon as the game elects to allow me to do so. There we go. Right. See, it's what happens when you push the button while your frames are dropping through the floor is you end up zipping halfway across the map. Right, here we go. If we slow the frame rate down, if we slow the game speed down again, we might get a bit more of a result here. What's the matter, camera shy? Come on. Come on, come on, day's wasting. Yeah, we got work to do. Well, you've got work to do. Let's put a signal there. That'll get him out of the shed. Come on. There we go. I don't think I've actually used these before. This is clearly a mod, which is why I've got variants. But there you go. This is quite nice, and they've allowed children to scribble all over it, which is particularly charming. Quite what it's waiting for, I'm not certain, but evidently there's something interfering with the. Oh, hold on, you can't get over onto the right lane. All right, that's going to cause problems for everybody. I need a junction here, and you're not going to do it with a signal. Right, bulldoze that one and this one, and then we're going to stick up a bit of electrified goodness onto there. Yeah, like that. Right, that'll just work now straight away. No problems, no mess, no fuss, no refunds. There we go. Right, unpause, and we're rolling. Now, of course, the downside to this is it's going to run empty on its first go, but you know, we'll see how that turns out. There you go. They're not hanging around neither, though. They're gonna go in formation as nicely as they possibly can. Here comes a 101 about to get replaced. Right, let's speed these along a little bit and get some movement. I doubt very much that this is going to make the looper profitable, but it should shorten the time, and the running cost on these is really not that much. The only problem, as I see it, is that they've only got a capacity of 20 people. But if their acceleration is pretty respectable, then the slowness of those corners shouldn't make too much of a difference. And while we're waiting for some of this to happen, I'm going to smooth some of this out, because you know, never knowingly left rough is how we roll. Brush strength. Let's go. There we are. That's a little better. Right. So we've got variations running on now. We should have the next one humming around the corner in a moment. And this is a nice way to view that happening. If we slow it down, then it won't look like some kind of turbo-powered rocket thing. Yeah, only 20. That's the problem. The running costs are only 400 grand a year, but with only 20 capacity, you're going to want that running at close to, if not, maximum speed for as much of that journey as possible. Here we go. There we go. It's blue. No, there's a thing. What are you carrying? 20. Perfect. Of course, with the additional trains that I've just stuck on there, that's the capacity going to be completely hosed. Thanks for stopping by, Slim, and thanks for the host. Keep up the good work. I'll catch up with you soon. The Red Arrow did do well, but the Red Arrow was extraordinarily cheap. These ones not cheap. What now? Sign and Goods Factory again. That's fine. Right, let's go a little further up, because now that we're running a selection, you're waiting at the signal. Interesting, which means there should be plenty ahead of you. But let's just go hang it over the implausible bridge out near Failure's Gulf, and see what we see. The Dakotas run often enough that we should see one frequently. There you go. Here he is. Hello there. Welcome. Now that one will be empty. The white ones are all running empty on their maiden voyage. More interesting, however, is what sort of speed it's getting. Now they top out at 140. We'll keep this view up, but we'll just keep an eye on this joker and see if he gets close to his top speed. Actually, he's getting close to 100. So that's not bad at all. There goes the Dakota. Beautiful. But why are there 4 signals there? 4 signals where? There are 5 lights. Oh, you're all just trying to fox me. Am I going to be continuing with the new Transport Fever map? Yes, I am. There will be another series that follows on immediately after this one. Oh boy. Oh, I see. These 5. Right. No, it's because we can see stuff that's in the tunnels and round the mountain and all sorts. Are all over the place. Yeah, so this stream will be chopped up and turned into next week's videos. But after that, then yes, indeed, there will be a brand new series starting up. It reached 140. It has, and it's also sitting at 140. Very nice. This could be interesting. You've been a fan since North Atlantic. Old school. I like it. Here comes another one, look. Hello. That's actually a bit of a concern, because the distance between those two was quite significant. So I wonder if there's going to be spacing issues later on. I mean, that said, this track is phenomenally long, so it wouldn't surprise me if I've still got 101s that are waiting to be replaced. Look, there you go. And it's now down to 3 minutes with 12 trains on it. Let's move on. We'll leave that going and see if it's made any kind of a dent in profitability. A little later on, we're going to go and resolve the Lakeside Traveller, which will either be a straight swap of the Class 37 into something new and sexy and glamorous, or we'll also add another one. It depends on the capacity that we're reaching. Now then, we appear to have a bit of a queue happening here. Who is causing the problems? What were you waiting for? You should have your own dedicated track. Should have. No, that maybe that worked. Oh, it's because the Acela was crossing over it, maybe. We'll assume everything's fine. Have you made me any money yet? No, of course you haven't. There goes a TGV. Frenchman. Making all the bucks. And that's one train making me 3 million a year, and it's not even brand new neither. TGV getting it done. Right. Let's have a look. So we've got more coming in. There should be Class 37s coming in from somewhere, but given that I fling trains this way from multiple different angles, it's hard to know where, but it should be up here. Locarno's usually a good place to hunt them down, I've found. There's one. Right. Okay, good. So let's pull up the route. Right, so we go all the way to Volenby-Bern and then up to Biasca and back again, using the obvious route that I've played on quite a lot. I think I'm only running... Oh, I thought I was running 4, but I'm only running 3. And the capacity is 126. We can top this. Right. Place your bets. What are we going to go with? Electric, multiple. We've got the future train. Okay. Does 210. Hasn't got any carriages, so we're going to need to carriage that up. But we've got the Renfe. We could go for a big Renfe. I haven't used that yet. That might be quite nice. Or, oh, look at this. That's nice. 150 capacity, 160. This is El Siva. I'm going to suggest it's Spanish. Or 250. We could put a ruddy enormous one on there. Future train at end of stream. No 60 FPS badge for me. Ah, no 6BF badge for me at all. We've got a Renfer. Oh, hold on. What else? What we got here? We got a 4-wagon ER2T. What are we guessing here? I reckon this is Russian. This one carries 500 and it's got 14 wagons. Well, that's going to break everything then, quite clearly. But I don't know. British diesel with double-decker coaches. You haven't seen the Renfer, says Turtle. Actually, I haven't either. All right, let's go with one with a reasonable capacity. What about Euromed? That's quite nice. Or the AV 226. How long is it? I do worry a little about the length of these things. Let's try this. Siri 101. Here we go. At it. 34 million a pop. Worth every penny, I'm sure. 243 metres. Maybe the shorter one is wise. The shorter one is wise. The shorter one is wise. Replace the Acela with the Renfer and use the Spanish on the Lakeside. I think that's a good idea. Right? Okay, I'm going to do that. I like it. Good concept. Lots of fun. Add that. How long are you? 96 metres, carries 250 passengers. I think so. Yep, go on, get on there. Right, we've got the Spanish lined up. It's happening. It's we've got action. Oh no, I appear to have just replaced one vehicle. All right, I have no idea how I've managed to do that. You know, no idea. I've never seen that happen ever in my history of a replacer of vehicles. So right, Lakeside Traveller overview replacement. Replace this. Yes, replace now. No. All right, kill it. Open the route up. Somehow you balked it again. Oh, hold on. We've got more. We've got there and wait. We've got the Silverliner V Scepter. We've got this. What looks like it could be a bullet train of the Shinkansen nature. We've got more buses than you could possibly shake a stick at, and the HHP8. Right. Okay. Thank you. Good details. Good details right there. We'll just give this a moment. We'll just give us a moment to consider itself. There we go. And oh, that was the autosave at the same time. Right. A multiple whammy there of things changing up. Right. Lakeside Travel. Replacement. This one. Replace it now. Okay. But why are you not replacing the other ones? Yes. Replace the train. There is one vehicle to be replaced. No, there isn't. What's this one? Why are you less interested in replacing this one? I don't know. Hello, talking donkey. Anyone at all is part of the line not electric. These are not electric. Or are they? No. I've got to electrify the route. This is a diesel route. But this was a diesel train. No, it wasn't. Or was it? Yeah, this is a diesel. There's a diesel Collapso, Changeo, Presto, Moloko here. Okay, right. We're going to have to get out the... very good. Right, that's it. Yeah, it's the route. The route is the problem. Right, let's get it done. Stations 1 and 2 are not connected. Yeah, they are, but I think there's probably an absence of electrification in there. Right, okay, let's make the magic happen. There's quite a lot of magic that needs to happen here. Right, let's do it. I don't want to spend all day on this. Come on, let's go. Action stations. Or electrified stations. Jokes. Right. Come on. There we go. Right, okay. Well, that's that bit done. Hooray! Now we've just got this really long section. Maybe if I zoom out, we can ping it more readily, or more greenily, since we need it green. There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, the question is, how much more bridge pillar collision when I try to electrify? Oh, don't you dare fight me. It's dead. It has dared to fight me. Well, I've got a solution to this mush, and you're not going to like it. Right, we do that. We do this. We do this. Eat this. Oh, it's fighting me double time by refusing to let me bulldoze it. Well, what's colliding exactly? Oh, it's because I've somehow managed to sling it over the top of a tunnel. Yeah, right. Not so clever now, are you? Now that you've been destroyed with my bulldozer. Right, here we go. Grab. Hold on. That looks like a different bit of track. What are you? I don't trust it. I'm deleting it. Let's try that again. Here we go. Right. Trot on. And to there. All electrified. Everybody's happy, look. Do this the other way. And to there. And once again, Fiesta. Groovy. Right. Let's check. So that all looks good. Anyone else looking for mischief? Because hold on, here's another mischief section. Look, this too is not compliant with the modern electric aesthetic. So we'll make it compliant. I don't really know where that one goes. I'm pretty sure we don't go that way. Given that it's the Lakeside Traveller, I don't think it goes everywhere. I think the Carno Adventure Flights is already electrified, but I'll have to double check that as well. See, this was supposed to... All of this, in fact, everything we've done today was supposed to be quick, and none of it has been. Not that I mind. It's after all, we're here for the adventure rather than the destination. Yeah, I just deleted a crossover. Oh, did I? Oh dear. Well, we'll go back and have a look at that in a tick. Right, there we go. That's probably... That's not gone right because I deleted a crossover, I reckon. No, it's changed back again. Why would you change back? You would change back if you didn't have electrification on both sides. I've seen that happen. So if this side of the track has not got electricity, which it possibly doesn't, let's electrify all of this station so we're not taking any chances. See, I know, I've played enough of this game that I can spot how it's thinking. This all looks fine now. I don't think I deleted a cross. Maybe that was a crossover I put in place to resolve a previous snarl up of some description. Yeah, I know what you mean, Big Bad Bob. That was the tail end of a bit of a point section of a switch. But I'm pretty certain that given that it's quite happy to charge me 40 million quid and replace my trains now, that I might have fixed it. Weird looking track was a part of a crossover. It was, but I suspect that was put in place to offset a previous foul up. Pretty sure. Anyway, we shall find out. We'll follow this chap along, get him replaced, and then follow it back again. So I highly recommend the Class 37. It is a mod. It's one of the most ubiquitous. It will serve you for both passengers and freight if you're operating in the UK or a UK kind of themed area. It's a very effective cost balance going on there. That's my review of that one. Good stuff. Thanks for joining us, Sonnet. Very nice to see you. Hope to see you again soon. Right, here we go. Here we are heading, and all right. Well, there's 150 waiting. That's not bad. Now, this should be quite a short little train afterwards, but it's got very high capacity. And Presto changeo. There we go. Now, I've not actually seen one of these before. I've not used one, so let's go and have a look. It's quite a spirited looking beast. Certainly quite modern. There we are. It's got a very kind of metro-ish feel to it. So, you know, a kind of a modern commuter. It could almost be a tram, actually, given the shape of the thing. But grand. Right, that's that one sorted. Now, the other thing we were going to do is go and stick the Renfer on a in place of the Acela, because the Acela's not making me any money, and let's face it, it comes with the game, so we might as well use a modded train instead. And here we are. There's one waiting. The Fruity Balloon. Right, you come here. You've currently got a capacity of 10 something or other. We're gonna change that up with. Now, let's make sure we're not about to try and stick a train on something that requires... it's okay, it's all fine, it's all good. Right, 102 current capacity, 176 I think will be about right. Let's do that. And then replace it now, please. Yes, it's going to cost me 100 million quid. I can afford it. Right, here we go. Is this the best place to stand? No, it's not. The best place to stand is at Anorak Junction, which is just here, where you can really soak up all of the really ripper trains that we've got going on. Where are we? Let's go. Come on, show me. Show me the good stuff. Give me the good stuff. Put that huge yellow monster on somewhere as well. Yep, okay, cool. I'll make that happen. Meanwhile, here comes this one. What could I replace? I could replace the HST. Nope, that's diesel. You're going to have to upgrade the track. What else would work? I don't want to replace the TGV. I could replace the Metro Liner. Now, the Metro Line is not a quick... Actually, the train's quite quick. We're running 5 of them. You know what? I'm into it. Let's do it. Actually, let's do it after we've had a look at this one. There goes the TGV now. Do it. Make the TGV longer. You know what? I'm into that. That's a great idea. Let's do that too. Right, here we go. This does look rather like a reskinned TGV. With kind of stealth paint job going on there. A non-reflective, not quite real paint job. But hey, it's good. It's nice. It's running. It's different. We haven't used it before. Right, now, big yellow fella. Right, what are you? What exactly are you? Apparently, it will carry tools, food, and goods. It thinks it's a goods train, friends. I'm not sticking a passenger train that thinks it's a goods train on the route. And I'm also... Hold on, there we go. I'm also not going to... I'm also not going to stick it on a goods line either. But here's the actual... it's the Chinese equivalent of the Shinkansen, I would have thought. Let's do it. I'm about to buy 250 million quid's worth of them. Ooh, gracious. This is definitely going to break things. Definitely. It's going to be way too long for several sections of that route. Yeah, rip cash there. Right, here we go. We've got one in service. Let's go say howdy. Yeah, the metro part of the appeal of the Metro Liner was it was quite short. Still, hey, apparently this one carries 35 passengers and 150 tools. This doesn't quite work for me. Yeah, I'm not going to buy the longer TGV because I've still got, excuse me, I've still got 14 minutes to go on this stream, and I'd sooner not run out of money in that time. And at the rate that I'm going through it right now, I can't rule out that I will run out of money. I'm just getting us to a good spotting spot, and then we'll stick together a hyper long big boy, and the future train. We still need to put the future train into service. The cargo is automatic. Maybe it'll still get passengers. You optimist. I'm not feeling it. I think that's a non-functioning, gigantic yellow Chinese train. Check the legacy for passengers. Yes, still got to do that as well. Stick a triple header on. Oh, I see. It's silly season now, since the end is nigh on this particular map. Hold on. Let's soak this one up. Beautiful. Right, here we go. What are you doing, speed-wise? All right, coming up on 200. All right, well, it's getting up a fair lick. That's good. Oh, it is having to slow down. Swoosh. It looks good, though, doesn't it? I think it looks good. Now, no, it's slowing down because it's about to take a really abrupt corner. There we go. And is that the ICE that it's getting in the way of? Yeah, you thought the ICE was pointy. No, that's nothing compared to our Chinese friend here. Okay, well, that's exciting. We'll have a look at that again in a minute to see if that's made any money at all. Also, it looks tiny compared to an SD40. Look. That is a proper javelin of a train, and it's not a javelin, obviously, but that's a good one. Right, now, what else can we break? We've got... How's the looper doing? We're down 1.74 million. It hasn't been running long enough to really make a difference yet. Mountain tunnel short stack is what we changed up to being... No, or is it? Let's go have a look. Oh, okay. No, these are mirages. We could put the future train on here, but that would be a real waste. So let's do it. We'll put the future train and I don't know, 80 passengers worth of carriages on there, given that it doesn't have any capacity of its own. So here we go. We'll go the HDGXDXIGD. With I don't know, so it does 210. It's available from 1850, also helpful. No, it's not. It's available from... Is it available from 1850? Have I lost it? I think I have. Where'd you go? Here you go. It's not available ever. So that's nice. 210. Right. So we're going to want some fairly svelte carriages to go with this one. These might work. We could hook it up with a double decker of some description, but I don't think that's appropriate. We need something that's fairly streamlined. That'll do. I don't think it'll ever get up to 210, so maybe we go with these slightly older. Nah, I don't like them. Let's go slightly less old then. 96. The Russians are too slow. Head to Patreon. All the details you need are there, Farney. Patreon.com/Colonel Failure. And then that will give you all the instructions you need. Right, let's do... what do we got here? Yeah, this is going to look horribly ill-placed, but I haven't got any more appropriate carriages than these. So we'll just lash out the money so that we can at least see the locomotive. Which should be happening any moment. Should be. Something's upset things. I recall having said that I was slightly apprehensive about loading this in case it crashed the game. But it hasn't. He said, covering himself rapidly. Toys! Steady on! Right, okay. Well, there's a noise, isn't there? Did he go back on the right side? He has gone back on the right side. Hey, that worked. It didn't break it. This is pretty funky looking. But what you want is, what I like is the kind of the shaved edges. Right, we'll watch it coming out the other end of the tunnel here. The kind of the shaved corners on the top of the train is pretty cool. But what would look better still is if you had coaches to match that kind of, you know, continued that anglier approach. How fast are you going? Well, you've got the acceleration that we expected. Okay, well, I guess the folks of Habkern and... It's not Eggywill, is it, up that end? Or is it? It is Eggywill. Oh, man, I have memorised so many of the different routes on this, which is a good thing, of course, but... of course, we're running 3 on here. In fact, it hit 200 kilometres an hour. This thing has got some grunt. That's pretty hefty. It is, and it makes that noise, which is fun. Right, cool. Right, now then, last job of the day, before we have a quick look and see how much money we're losing, is we put a big boy together. Now then, are we going to want to put it on a dedicated route? Because I haven't got any platforms that it'll... No, hold on, here we go. It can run the fuel train. Right, we're going to pause here so that I can get this replacement in now. Thank you for that there, lag. Right. So we're going to change this chap up. Now I'm running 2 on this line. That's how it's working. I've reduced the... I was running a super long on there previously, but I changed it up. And none of that's important in the slightest. So what we'll do is I need to retire one of them. Can you... do you fancy retiring? No. Okay. What if I... You should... Pretty sure I rigged the hubs up to allow retirement. How about you? There you are, look. Right, so with the remaining train, we'll set the replacement. We'll stick with the oil wagons. Here we go. Right, so I think a 1 kilometre train. Well, what year is it now? It's 2010. 2010 is the current year. Right, locomotives, steam. Yeah, no mess in here. Get down till we find Captain Beefcake. There he is. We're going to go with 1 because we want to see what 1 can haul. As much as we could do green cargo wagons. 2 kilometre train. I'm just gonna go until I've pressed quite a lot of buttons. I think. Right. Start adding. Right, that's 0.5 kilometre. We'll add some more of these. And some of those. Look at that, that's pretty. Right, we'll have some of those. DHL, they get everywhere. We'll have a few of these. Some more of that. Where are we up to? 948. Some of those. Bit of this. One of these green ones. 1,100. And then bit more of this. And it is now a $100 million train. Game crash incoming. SO cars. I don't think did I see SO cars? If I saw SO cars, I'd have put them on now. No, not specifically. Unless one of these are SO, but it's just in really tiny letters. Okay, right. We're good to go. Replace now. It's going to cost me 91 million. Here we go. I don't think it's going to crash the game. Right, it's 1,000. No, I'm not going to put a second big boy on. I want to see how much one big boy can hack on itself. Right, Interlaken East apparently, and then turn it around. No path. Oh, phooey. Right, top speed, because we don't want to hang around. We want to see this happen. The other train's heading for a depot, so that could break it. We're just gonna see what happens, and if this crashes the game, it crashes the game. I don't think it will. I think we'll have some pathing problems, but I don't think it's going to wreck it. You're heading back on task, so so this should all be fine. And I mean, that's what a 300-meter train looks like. You know, long but not super huge. I think the longest I've run was a 550, I think, and that was the big boy when it was properly big. Back in the days where it was when I was only running one train on this route. Now that I'm running two, they are a little shorter. Right, here we go. This is going to be exciting. I'm fairly certain that the platform's not going to be long enough, but I'm also fairly certain that the train's not going to give a monkeys and it's going to do it anyway. Fortunately, the junction is much further down. At the hub, I've no idea where the junction is, but there's enough room for it to just work. Right, here we go. We're going to do as many glamour shots as I can possibly rustle up here. Right, there it is. It has a capacity of about 1,700 oil. Well, this will clear the backlog. Right, this bit of track here might be enough to get a feel for just how long we're talking about. Let's go for that angle and see what we get. So here comes Monsieur le Big Boss, and he's not even, he's barely breaking a sweat hauling this amount of goods. Right, so that's the original length train, and now we're into the new stuff that I just added. Was 300 metres, it's now 4 times that long. Give it 250 cars. It is going downhill. It is going downhill, you're not wrong. I had a tough time catching up. Right, let's see how it does with the station. Because it's going to block everyone, I think. Yep. Yeah, that's a problem. So there we go. It stretches all the way down there. In fact, it's only blocking itself, I think. We might get no path here, but I think this will possibly clear the backlog of oil. Yep. And we're rolling. Right, 487. Right, let's find a train spotter location, which would have to be a way off. Now, I mean, I appreciate this is actually a relatively authentic length for a train of this kind. However, it's not in terms of the game's scale. So the game scales everything down a little bit. I lived for a very long time near the Port of Felixstowe. You get some incredibly long container trains coming out of there. Obviously dwarfed by stuff in the US, because the US has a heck of a lot more space to play with. But here we go. Let's just soak it in. Right, we're not going downhill this time, and as a result, not going very fast. Right, there we go. So we're just to finish off. Once we've had this Amigo gradually cruise past, we'll check in on the Legacy Special. Place your bets now as to whether the Legacy Special is making any money at all. Has it had a passenger? Dwarfed by stuff in the US as well. Dwarfed by stuff all over the place. Anywhere that's got space will have longer trains. Frankly, the one thing we're a little short on when it comes to our rail network is a significant amount of space. Yeah, 2 to 5 mile coal trains doesn't surprise me in the slightest. This is good stuff. I like it, and it's still going. These wagons are nice too. I don't give enough credit for the makers of mods, and I hope to redress that in the future. But this is some fine modding work that's gone into this. Australia map next? No, a non-specific country map next for a non-specific project, but we'll see. You think $1 profit? Profit's a big statement there, bad web driver. The legacy's probably stuck. That's the train having reached its destination up there. We've arrived. Congrats. Let's have a look. It did 324 on the way out last time. I think, well, there you go. Will I play Trains A New Era? I might do at some point. We'll just have to see. Yeah, actually, those brake sounds were really good. They're unconventional brake sounds of these ones. Could you check the total number of pops on the map? It'd be good to see how many people live here. Yeah, we can totally do that. 324 again. Okay, well, there it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Right, okay, let's have a look and see what we've got. We're hemorrhaging cash here. I've spent $500 million this year. Good show. Yeah, and I'm losing money hand over fist. So let's not look at that too closely. Right then, who is the biggest loser? The Riverbank Hypertrain all of a sudden is shedding cash like there's no tomorrow. Then the Mountain Valley Transit, the Looper is back in the losing quite a lot. The Frutigen Balloon is also losing a lot, but less than it was before. Now then, what we're looking for here is the Legacy such and such, which might not cost very much to run. The Legacy line, not actual Legacy, takes 16 minutes end to end. It has one vehicle on it. Let's go say hi. It's got 9 passengers. I don't believe it. It's got passengers. It has passengers. The Legacy Special has passengers. Well, let's have a look at the finance these. Oh, of course. This was when it was a real train, and here's where it's transitioned. So last year it made 44,000. This year it's made 31.5 so far. Nine idiots. Yeah, I think that's probably reasonable. Let's see who's waiting at the other end. Given that that's going to take a while to get there, there are passengers waiting. 8. Nope. There comes another one. Will be 9. In fact, you could argue that it might be more still if I'd hooked up any kind of public transport at this end. Baffling, given that the car is so much faster. Well, there you go. Right, let's have a quick look at the map population again here. I don't know how to get the total map population, but we've now got. So if you recall, at the start of the stream today, we had 3 cities with 2,000 plus population. We've now got 6, and Kironico's not far off. Bellinzona's not far off. So the population's still growing. It is pretty significant. Let's go have a look at Grindelwald. Durham-Bowden, which is where we are now, is actually the smallest town on the map. Grindelwald is the smallest. There we go. This is the town nobody wants to visit, and I have to say, I'm not surprised. You need a Sherpa to get your minibus up there. This road was laid by lunatics. Seriously, might be a giggle to drive, but it's not terribly efficient. And given the amount of okay, I'll check in a sec. Given the amount of ice, I imagine the death toll here is significant. Let's have a look. Charts. Right, there you go. Population is that much. 50,000 and change, I guess. Total number of tracks we've kind of topped out here at 30, let's say 38,000, give or take. I don't know what any of this means. Apparently pink, tunnel, got some. Bridge, got some of that too. Tunnel generally, got high speed, I'm your man. And total, yes. There you go. So Mrs. Miggers is safe from Colonel? Never, never, never. Right. I've been Colonel Failure. What should we watch? We need to watch something. This has been a very fun series. I've enjoyed the heck out of it. It's a very challenging map, the Alps, but as you can see, you can make a go of it. It's challenging because it's not easy to actually get stuff connected. Like Bristol, I don't recall having ever mentioned Bristol, probably with good reason. I'm going to go for Gurtnellen, which I think might be my favourite route, despite the fact it's running quite a boring train these days. But this original route, when I set it up, I was really quite pleased with it because runs alongside a mountain. Beautiful. Look at that. Fantastic. We're running something Dutch. Okay, well it's less imaginative maybe, but it's still going. Thank you very much for watching. This will be chopped up and stuck out there on that there YouTube. Thank you, Lag. Very helpful. I'm trying to do some kind of wrap up here, and you're just interfering with everything. So we'll sit out here and watch stuff go over the roller coaster instead. The next series will be following along immediately after this one, and that'll be in about a week's time. Meanwhile, stick a follow on Twitch. I plan on doing more streaming. It won't be a commonplace thing, but I want to stream at least once a month. And if you haven't subscribed on YouTube yet, go and subscribe on YouTube. If you want to get more involved with the nonsense that I have going on, and there is a lot of nonsense coming up, Bad Company is the place for you. Patreon.com/Bad Company. No, /Colonel Failure. Helps if you know your own URLs. That's a good thing. Anyway, you wait. Normally, the end of a stream is quite chaotic. Check this out, if it works. Right? Anyway, cheerio. Please work.